Hello friends, welcome to Learners Tube. In today's video, I am going to discuss GATE syllabus on transportation engineering, which have some more weightage. So in this video, I am discussing about highway alignment in transportation engineering. What is highway alignment, what are the types, and what are the factors that affect highway alignment, all those topics. And at the end of video, I am going to give some objective bits on this topic. So please watch this video completely without skipping anything. Okay, let's start, friends. First of all, what is mean by highway alignment? Highway alignment is nothing but the position or layout of the center line of the highway on the ground is called the alignment. That means the center line of the highway, this yellow line is there, right? This line, how to lay that center line on the ground, whether it should be straight or it should be curved, or at what places the alignment should be curved, like that. Okay, so entire thing how to align that center line, because based on that center line only we are going to align this complete highway. Okay, first we have to align this center line. Based on that we construct those or we design this complete highway. So this is called highway alignment. Okay, next, what are the types of highway alignment? There are two types of highway alignment. One is horizontal alignment and another is vertical alignment. So what is horizontal alignment? Horizontal alignment means, see in this figure it represents horizontal and this figure represents vertical. Horizontal alignment means whether the center line should be straight or it should be have some deviations because some obstructions, or the horizontal curves. Here the curve is in horizontal plane. Those curves all comes under horizontal alignment. Straight path, deviations or horizontal curves comes under horizontal alignment. Next, what is vertical alignment? Vertical alignment comes grades. Grades means, see, slope or cutting, embankment, like that. Here the vertical, that means in the vertical plane. Vertical alignment means you have to observe in the vertical plane, and the vertical curves like elevations, depressions, those comes under vertical curves. Okay, horizontal means you have to observe in the horizontal plane, vertical means you have to observe in the vertical plane. These are the two types of alignments. Now when laying an alignment, what you should remember, what you should keep in mind, okay, before aligning a center line for a highway, what are the requirements you should remember in your mind? So those requirements are, the highway alignment should be short. Okay, short, it should not be too long, so that we can make the travel comfort and within less time factors, right? So that's why it should be short, and it should be easy for the construction and easy for the operation, easy for the maintenance. Okay, easy for traveling, everything. Next, it should be safe because to reduce the accidents. Okay, generally accidents occur more in highway areas, right? So to reduce those, the alignment should be in a safe zone, and it should be economical. Cost matters, it is the main factor you have to remember. So these are the main requirements while aligning a highway. The alignment should be short, and it should be easy for the construction and operation, and it should be safe for the vehicle operations, and it should be economical in the sense of a highway, and economical in the sense of vehicles also. Okay, vehicle operation cost should also be low. These are the main requirements. Next, what are the factors that affects while aligning a highway? Until now I said requirements, that means while aligning a highway what you should keep in mind. Factors means which factors affects the alignment. That means you think some alignment path, but there are some factors that affect your alignment. So what are those factors? These are the main factors: obligatory points, traffic, geometric design, economical factors, and other considerations. When aligning highway on hill roads, there are some extra factors that you should keep in mind. One is stability, dryness, geometric design, and resisting length. Okay, because when coming to hill roads, stability plays a main factor because landslides are there, drainage, due to rain there will be water clogged areas. So everything you have to keep in mind, because on constructing a hill roads you have to make some extra considerations while aligning a highway. So let's discuss each factor separately. Obligatory points. Obligatory points, there are two types of obligatory points you should keep in mind. One is the alignment should pass through that point. Definitely you should pass through that point. The other is the alignment should not pass. What are the points that alignment should definitely pass? Means hill, river, intermediate station, lake. How these factors affects the alignment? Let's see in this figure. Okay, this figure gives you, this figure shows you the hill. This figure shows you a hill. For example, there is city A here, and there is city B here, and there is a hill with contour lines. You can observe here contour lines are increasing, 300, 330, 360, 480, like that. Contour lines are increasing. So this is a hill. So while reaching from A to B, if you consider the factor should be short, this will be the shortest path because it is a straight path. But here there will be hill with higher elevation. Is this possible to lay a road with higher elevation? So what will be the ways to construct a alignment? There will be three ways. One is cutting the hill. Hill should be cut. And the second is make a tunnel in the hill. Make a tunnel. And the third one is you should go make a tunnel or cut the hill. Both makes same sense, and go around the hill. Go around the hill means you have to skip the hill and you have to go around the hill to reach the station B, and otherwise to make a pass. So what is the difference means? First coming to cutting the hill or making a tunnel. So if it is for long distances, if it is difficult to go around a hill, then it makes sense to construct a tunnel in the hill, because tunnel construction makes a more cost, and the maintenance cost is also more, and the danger thing also, right? So like that. And the second one is to go around the hill. It is okay, but for small hills it is okay. If there are large area forest, large area hills, it is difficult to go around the hill to reach the station B. And so the best solution, based on the factors, the solution varies, but the most of the conditions, the best solution is to go around the pass of a hill. Hillside pass. That means pass means you have to choose the alignment in such a way that the elevation should be less. So here the highest elevation is 480. Here you observe I am making an alignment such a way that the elevation is 300 only. See, this is the pass. Okay, to go from A to B, it will be the suitable position. Okay, like that. So this is one of the obligatory point. Next, coming to the river. River is there. So can you skip, if there is a station A here and station B here, can you skip this point while aligning a highway? Can you skip this river? No, definitely not. You should definitely pass through that point. So while passing through that point, while aligning a highway through that point, which point you should choose, that is the factor here affects. Okay, if you select the straightest path is short and easy, this will be the shortest path. But you have to observe here, when you make a straightest path, the river here is curved river. Okay, you should never align a highway at the curves. You should never align a highway at the curves, because at the curves the water flow will be maximum. Due to that, the stability of the highway construction at that place will be less. Okay, here highway is nothing but bridge. Okay, the stability of the bridge will be less because the velocity of the flow will be more. That's why you should never check the you should never take the curved positions. So what you have to see, you have to check a place where the river is narrow, so that your construction will take less cost and less time also. Narrow. So, and also you should never take a turn exactly at the bridge. For example, if I lay a road like this, I can make like this, but the turning of the highway should never be at the place of river. It should somewhere far away. This will be the best place. Okay, see, this will be the best place. Okay friends, like that. So you should not you should never skip those points. You should definitely pass through that points. Next, coming to the third one, alignment to connect intermediate towns. For example, if there is a town A and town B, you have to go from A to B. But while aligning a highway from A to B, there will be intermediate station C here. There are two ways are there. You can skip that station, but what about the transportation of those people who are at the town C? Can you skip that? No. So your alignment should definitely pass through the intermediate town C. Okay, so there are two ways. One is you can go from A to C and C to B, that is one, and the second one is A to B, and you should make link road. That means link road, for example, district roads are there, so link road from C to this highway AB. Like that you can make the solution based on the factors. And the fourth one is lake. So for lake, if there is a station A here and a station B here, you have to make a alignment from A to B, but there is obstruction lake. So what you will do, I can construct a bridge, because at river also I constructed a bridge, but it makes some factors, because lake is very less. But if you construct a bridge in the lake, it costs more when compared to river. You can't go around the river to reach station B from station A, but you can go around the lake to reach from A to B. It costs less. Okay, so based on the different factors, different situations, you have to make correct decision how to align the highway. Okay, like this. So these are the obligatory points that definitely a highway should pass. So there are some other points which highway should not pass. What are those points? See, religious places, for example, while aligning a highway from A to B, there is a temple or masjid or church, something here. Okay, there is a temple. If you think that from A to B it is a straight path and it is short and easy, I want to connect some stations C here also, so I want to remove the temple, but the traditions, the religious, the customs obstruct you. Okay, so you should never hurt the people traditions, so you should never pass through that point. You have to make or choose some other way. Okay, that's like that, you should not pass through that point. Next, costly structures, some monuments over there, for example, some uh, ancient buildings over there, or some monuments over there, some costly structures are there. For example, removing that costly structure may cost higher than the going in this path. Okay, for example, removing that structure may cost 20 lakhs, okay, or 20 crores, but by constructing alignment like this it may cost 15 crores. So which way is better? Okay, like that, you have to make the consideration also. For example, if it is a monument, can we remove the monument because of a highway? It is a traditional wealth, so you should not. Okay, next, marshy and water clogged areas. For example, there are water clogged areas, you cannot remove the water and make alignment. Okay, because whenever a flood or whenever rain occurs, the water clogged area means the water also percolate through the highway, which causes to the damage of the highway. Again, it increases the maintenance cost, and also it makes very difficult for the people who are passing through that highway. So you should avoid these places. Okay, there are some points through which highway should pass, there are some points through which highway should not pass. Okay, these are obligatory points. Next, what are the other factor? Traffic. So you have to make sure, or you have to study the traffic before aligning a highway. What are those factors you have to study? First, you have to study origin and destination. For example, if it is station B and if it is station C and it is station C and D, 4 stations are there. I mean 4 villages or 4 towns are there. So first, while making a alignment, you have to know whether which town can I connect mainly and which town can I connect with the link roads. You have to think. For that, what you have to do, you have to take or study the origin and destination of the traffic volume. Origin and destination. For example, majority of the people starts from which town, okay, and which town they are reaching. For example, if they are reaching majority of the people traffic flow is between A and C. So what you have to do, you have to make a alignment A to C, and you can connect these two cities with a link road. Okay, or otherwise majority of the people going A, B, C, then you can make alignment A, B, C, and you can connect D with the link road, like that. Okay, origin and destination plays a major role. And also based on this traffic flow, you have to design some desired lines, traffic flow lines, which are based on origin and destination, based on traffic flow, majority density of the traffic, more density at which places. So based on that, you have to draw the desired lines. Based on that, you can make the highway alignment. Okay, so there will be a question for which we have to draw desired lines. So desired lines should you draw for traffic flow. Okay, there is also one of the important bit. And traffic volume and the future growth. Traffic volume, so majority of the traffic volume is present in which areas, and for the future growth where the traffic volume increases. You should not study at present also. For present only, you have to study for the future also, so that there will be growth for the traffic. Okay, based on that also you have to design. Next, geometric design also plays a main role, because you have to align a highway based on the design also, which makes easy for the construction and which makes less cost also. Okay, construction cost should be low, maintenance cost should be also low for an alignment. So the geometric design also you have to consider. Gradient, radius of the curve, side distance, these all will be discussed in our next videos, okay, in detail. Next, economic considerations. I already told you, while aligning a highway, you have to cost plays a major role. One is initial construction cost, that is constructing a highway, and maintenance cost. Maintenance, every year you have to maintain, whether there will be potholes, you have to reconstruct them, or any damage is there, cracks is there, you have to repair them. So maintenance cost should also be less. because in highways there will be more traffic volume with very high speeds, so you have to consider those also. And next one is vehicle operation cost, because while constructing a highway you have to consider this vehicle operation cost also. Vehicle operation cost also plays a major role. Why? Because while going through a highway the vehicle should not should give more mileage so that it comfort the people. And also while traveling through that highway the person should not face any difficulties, okay, while traveling. So all this comes under economic considerations. And other factors, the other factors also like drainage considerations. For example, if there is a rain, more frequent rain in that area, so you have to provide particular drainage considerations, drainage conditions, so that it should not affect or it should not create skidding for the vehicles. And hydrological factors means what is the mean sea level in that area, high flood level, if there is any flood level, what is the high flood level, everything. And engineering feasibility, it should be feasible for the engineering constructions also, okay. And environmental considerations, the environment, based on the environmental considerations. Social consideration means based on the people's opinion, which way they are preferring more. I told you, right, origin and destination and traffic flow, so everything comes under social considerations. And political acceptability also plays a major role. And monotony is nothing but the traditions and customs of that particular area, the people follows of that particular area. So everything you have to keep in mind while aligning a highway. So this is the topic. So let's see some bits based on these topics. Can you answer these bits or not? You check once, okay. So I am going to repeat the topic once again with slight considerations, and once you check those topics you can go for the bits, okay. So what is an alignment? The position or layout of the center line of the highway on the ground is called alignment. There are two types of the alignment. One is horizontal and another is vertical alignment. Horizontal alignment includes straight path, deviations, horizontal curves. Vertical alignment includes gradient and vertical curves. And what are the requirements you should keep in mind? Short, easy, safe and economical. What are the factors? Obligatory points, traffic, geometric design, economic considerations, other considerations. Obligatory points, there are two types of obligatory points. One is obligatory points through which alignment should pass, and the other one is alignment should not pass. Should pass, it is hill, bridge, river, intermediate station, lake. While there is a hill, the best solution is to side pass or around the hill. And while there is a bridge, you have to make the shortest bridge. And where is the intermediate station, you go through the intermediate station or make a link road. When it is a lake, you go around the lake. And which should not pass is religious, costly structures, water-clogged areas. And traffic. In traffic, you have to maintain origin and destination and desired lines for traffic flow, and you have to think about traffic volume also. And geometric design, it is gradients, radius of the curve, side distances. Next, economic considerations, initial cost, maintenance cost and vehicle operation cost. There are other considerations also you have to keep in mind while aligning a highway, okay. This is the brief topic. So let's go for the objective bits based on this topic. Let's check, okay. Now first question, the changes in the gradient and vertical curve are covered under which type of alignment? Gradient, vertical curve, which type of alignment it is? Vertical alignment. Because in the horizontal alignment I told you, horizontal curves, straight path, deviations. Vertical alignment it is gradient and vertical curves. In the geometric design it is what it is? Carriageway, side distances, everything comes in the geometric design, okay. Next, the improper alignment of road will not result in improper alignment, increase in construction cost. Yes, increase in construction. If you improperly design a highway alignment, there will be definitely increase in the construction cost, increase in maintenance cost. If the construction cost increases, maintenance cost will also increase, right? And increase of population. Does improper alignment of road increase the population? It doesn't. It is not a factor at all. Increase in accident, yes, increase in accidents. Improper alignment definitely increase the accident. So what is the answer here? Increase of population. Improper alignment should not affect the population. Next, the basic requirements of alignment should be, I told you what are the basic requirements? Short, easy, safe and economical, right? So the answer is D. Next, the economical option during the construction of a road around a hill. When you are constructing an alignment around a hill, which is the best option? Cut the hill, provide a tunnel, provide a road around the hill, look for other alternate approaches. Which is the best solution? I told you, cutting the hill, provide a tunnel makes more cost, initial cost and maintenance cost, and also it requires more safe. So the best option is provide a road around the hill. Obligatory points through which the alignment should not pass. What are those points? Yes, religious structures, costly structures. Intermediate towns definitely should pass. Important cities definitely should pass. The answer is A. Next, the desire lanes are prepared for the study of desire lanes traffic flow. I told you, right? Next, which of the following types of roads are most preferred for highways? Which are the type of roads? Bitumen roads, because they are easy for maintenance and easy for the construction. That's why. Next, the stability of slope is considered while designing stability of slopes. I told you, you have to keep some extra point while constructing hill roads. The main factor is stability of slopes. So the stability of slopes should consider in hill roads. Okay friends, these are the main bits I covered in this. The next topic will be continued in my next video. If you like my explanation, please like the video, share it to your friends so that they can learn, and please subscribe to my channel for the consideration for the next continuation. Thank you friends, thank you for watching.